Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be discussing the recent hysteria with people thinking the Pokemon Company is having their Instagram accounts deleted. Yes, for having Pokemon within their username. I'm gonna go through why I don't think that's the case, and it's more than likely just Meta / Facebook / Instagram being more automated than it should be, along with a lack of actual human support that they very much require. I lost my Instagram account. You guys probably know this if you've been tuned into the channel. If you've been following me on Instagram, it's about a year ago, I guess a little less than a year ago, and I lost it for a total of 3 months. At the end of the video, I'll go through how I managed to get it back. Don't get me wrong here with this video. I feel for everyone who was affected, who will be affected. This is an ongoing thing. It's not Pokemon related. In my opinion, at least, this is happening all over the place. We're just seeing it because we're in sort of this little ecosystem that is Pokemon. It really sucks. It sucks for the people that lost their accounts. It sucks for people that will lose their accounts in the future. And just in general, working on or growing a social media account, regardless of what size it is, if you put effort into it, if you've been posting, if you've been interacting, if you've been adding people, messaging people, all of that stuff, it sucks really bad to have it stripped away for absolutely no reason. Now, we've had countless people reach out to me, say like, Rattle, your account's going to get banned. Rattle, what's your thought process on this? What's going on here? Everyone is in a giant panic, and we're gonna bring it back here. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at this. Surely, or hopefully, everyone has heard of the folktale about Chicken Little. I think this is exactly that. And no, it's not Chicken Little's fault. This is a chick who believes that the sky is falling when an acorn falls on their head. Then the chick then decides to tell the king, and on its journey meets other animals which believe and join it. So I haven't watched the this is like the Disney version, recent-ish. I don't know when it came out, but I didn't watch that one. If it differs in some way, let me know down below. But in some versions of this story, a fox invites them to its lair and eats all of them. So I don't know, maybe in this case the fox is whoever is going to swipe all the now available usernames and pretend to be those people. We've seen a ton of clone accounts popping up recently who are pretending to be a store, pretending to be a seller, whatever they need to do. They'll imitate a username, steal the photos, but maybe change like an O to a 0, add some underscores, something like that. But in this case, they don't even have to do that. So we're opening up. A lot of people are opening themselves up to some wrongdoers that can potentially take advantage of this. So you got to be careful with that as well, guys. Again, we just need to sit back here. We stop panicking. We need to take a look at this and analyze what's going on here. See if it is actually an issue. It's a lot of, hey guys, did you hear so and so and so and so? They're doing. I got to change my name. I got to do it just in case. I got to do it just in case. What if the sky is falling? What if the sky is falling, guys? The sky's probably not falling. I mean, the platform is fucking stupid, and they should have that stuff fixed. It shouldn't be an issue, but it is an issue. Maybe they're too busy making Twitter clones to actually just, fix the issues that are at hand that are clearly an issue. You can do a Google search, and it's just countless ways of like people and methods and everything else of like, I was wrongfully banned on Instagram. This is not a Pokemon exclusive thing. This is an all-around thing. And no, they are super duper vague in their reasoning or whatever they send you to tell you that your account is in trouble. It's terrible. It's stupid. It's terrible. It shouldn't exist. There needs to be some way where you can actually talk to someone and not just have it automatically go through, because not only are they not telling you what you did wrong, but if the many cases you didn't do anything wrong. So when I was putting this video together, I was really thinking, maybe I am getting old. Maybe old man Rattle here is now making a video with comparisons of Pokemon events and folk tales. That's what we've devolved into at this point in time. So you're gonna ask, you're gonna say, Rattle, what's the moral of the story? What's the moral of the chicken? So first of all, you don't want to form incorrect conclusions from insufficient data. And we've seen that from the get-go, from the person that had it. We're making some assumptions here, some hard assumptions that it's Pokemon related. And if you don't see it outside of Pokemon, I get it. It's easy to just draw that line, to come to that conclusion that it must be the Pokemon username and not the platform that's just faulty in general. Number 2, we don't want to stoke fear in others without good cause to do so. And number 3, don't take other people's words for things, especially when those other people are making extraordinary claims, which should require extraordinary evidence. So again, in this case, I don't think that the initial people that were affected by this or anyone that was affected by this is trying to like spread misinformation, but I think that's what's happening here. It's just, there's a whole lot of it. There's a whole lot of, and then anyone that's warning about it is always just like, oh, just in case, make sure you change your name. Make sure, just in case we got to go into the wolf's den, just in case the sky is falling. So there, like I said, there is zero indication with the documentation or notifications. I reached out to several of the people that were affected by this, that the issue is Pokemon in the name. I believe that this is more of an issue with Meta's automated moderation and or false flags that are happening to these people. It's sad to see it. It shouldn't be an issue, but it's been an issue. It has been an issue for years, and it's going to clearly continue to be an issue. It got to the point I was just gonna straight up not use Instagram anymore because I was just like, what? I can just have my account banned at any point. I didn't think I was gonna get it back, but I did. We're gonna talk about that later. So let's get in here. We got the E4 thread even that we can go through briefly, quickly. We don't want to get on that too much here, but it's important to see just how kind of everyone piles on, and it's kind of like a game of telephone, where like the initial information or the initial stuff that's available is very limited, but then like people they'll like, oh, but I know someone that it happened to. I know someone that it happened to too. It happened to me, and it was a year ago. It wasn't just now. It was a year ago. It's a faulty system. Instagram sucks. Meta sucks. They need to fix their customer support. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So, yeah, and man, there's people that just like are straight up scamming people. You can report them. They don't get banned. They can change their name 6 times. They're clearly ripping people off. You can go into their DMs. You got people that are actually imitating people that don't get banned. It's bad. It's just the stupidest system. The worst system I think of all the social media platforms. YouTube is pretty bad, but man, oh my God, Instagram, it's bad. Facebook as well. I mean, it's the same company, Meta. They have like, there's no way you can't call. There's no one that you can talk to at any point. You can talk to somebody if you'd like to pay them some money for advertising, but they can't handle or do anything about this. They had at one point an email address, but they shut that down because I mean, who would want to possibly, solve issues for your customers, essentially your users, your user base that is the core, the heartbeat of the platform. You would think that they'd have them looked after. And no, I'm not saying that they should talk to you, say good morning to you every day, tell you to have a good day, give you a little kiss on the cheek, blow you a kiss into the phone. No, but when there's like significant issues like this, where human intervention needs to be, or some kind of human aspect needs to be there, because mistakes can happen. Mistakes can happen with the human aspect, but to have it automated and to have no way for someone to plead their case or say like what the hell's going on here, it's just wrong. All right, so we've talked about it before on the channel with different Pokemon products. People open a 3-pack blister and get a hit, so think those packs are better, when in reality, If you open enough packs from any product, pull rates are the same. We've seen this on the channel here. If you don't believe me, go watch the 75,000 billion majillion videos of us, the old school videos of us opening Burning Shadows. Yes, it equals out to the same. We got 36 pack loose Burning Shadows over and over and over and over and over again. And yes, on average, you're going to get one hyper per 36 packs. Sometimes you get 0, sometimes you get 1, sometimes you get 2, but it all equals out. It all works out. We've seen it time and time again. We saw it with the Evolving Skies stuff that I've opened. I did those recaps for a reason. You can go in and even watch those and add those all up, and you'll see that, yes, no matter what product you're opening, it's gonna equal out. They're just a little bit more volatile in small batches because, no, they're not. A booster box is going to be put in the booster box pretty much in order, so you can pretty much expect exactly what's going to be in there. If it's loose packs from 16 different boxes, you don't know what order those were packed in, but again, the percentages are there. All right, now confirmation bias, that's what we're talking about here. That's why we're bringing up the confirmation bias that is Pokemon products in general. For some reason, the Pokemon community absolutely cannot grasp the definition, the meaning of confirmation bias. It is like their Achilles heel for whatever reason. So confirmation bias is our tendency to cherry pick information that confirms our existing beliefs or ideas. So here, when somebody posts Pokemon Matt, and again, not Matt's fault, he just is assuming that he was banned because of the Pokemon in his name. And then when a couple other people get banned that have something Pokemon related in their name, they also think that's the reason because they're just piling onto this. That's more evidence. That's their reasoning for it. They didn't go outside of the Pokemon community and see that this is happening to many other people that have nothing to do with Pokemon, that don't have Pokemon in their name, that don't have Nintendo 64 Dave as a username. Guys, we can't confirm it for sure because we have Instagram that is purposely vague because it's automated garbage that is ending up with these results. But so this is what we got to deal with. We got a situation with, I can promise you, this is not just a Pokemon thing. This is an all-around Instagram issue, and it has been for years. That's what it is. So again, confirmation bias explains why two people with opposing views on a topic can see the same evidence and come away feeling validated by it. So we gotta really look at what's going on here. We gotta look outside of the Pokemon stuff. We gotta see. We're gonna use our skills. Let's go through here. Slideshow. Okay, yeah, we'll come back to the E4 thread here in a minute. We got some cool memes that are in there. So here we have people piling on Gust of Wind collectibles, and rightfully so. Like, people are scared, but they don't do enough research on it. They just spread the fear, spread the information that is not complete, and they post like this by Gust of Wind collectibles. Going forward, you cannot have Pokemon in your IG username. Why? Not sure. Some agreement with the Pokemon company and Instagram, clearly. Where's that information coming from? Please, for the love of God, can you show me the receipts that show that? Because they don't exist. The people that were banned got notifications, but they were vague. It just said they broke terms of service. It didn't say anything about Pokemon company, but now we're making a whole assumption about how the Pokemon company, this Pokemon company is behind this. So again, it's like a game of telephone where it's gonna spread and spread and spread, and then eventually it gets more vague and people change small details, and all of a sudden it's the Pokemon company is there. They're at Instagram headquarters, jerking off Instagram while they delete accounts one at a time. So if the word Pokemon in your username, change it as soon as possible or lose your account soon. So again, this is straight false information. And assumptions that we're making here. These are the most assumptions that are being made here. And if you guys don't believe that I fully believe what I'm saying here, that didn't happen to me before already, then I'm putting all this information together. I'm not changing my name. If the Pokemon company reaches out and they're like, hey, Rattle, you say pussy and wussy too much in your videos, you got to take Pokemon out of your name. Sure, I'll do it. That's what it'll come down to. It's not Instagram doing some little dirty deeds for the Pokemon company. How much of a bad look would that be? Yes, I get it. If you're pretending to be the Pokemon company and taking orders or something, you're pretending to be the Pokemon Center, yes, you're going to get in shit. They're going to take your stuff down. They're going to reach out. Well, maybe, I don't know if they'd even reach out at that point. If you're just like blatantly trying to imitate the Pokemon company, there's a huge difference. And on that note, I've rebranded to Gusta Win Collectibles. So here we have it. This is the fear that has developed from this misinformation, whether it's Opossum making a video about it. I didn't even bother to watch that. I should watch it at some point here. But again, it's just, there's nothing that leads, other than if you cherry pick and only take an instance of a few people with Pokemon names. That's the only connection here. And yes, I get it. People want to be like extra careful. They don't want to see people lose their accounts, anything like that. But I'm not seeing this. This is exaggerated. And from maybe I'm missing a receipt here. But again, I reached out to the people, a few of the people that actually were affected. So we have Crystal Collector here who says, happened to me too. Now Crystal Collector. I reached out to Crystal. I reached out to Matt. We also have Pokegirl Rach here. So, Pokegirl Rach, not Pokemon Girl Rach, nothing Pokemon, not Pokegirl with an accent on the E, just Pokegirl Rach. Do you know how many Pokegirl accounts there are? Do you think the Pokemon company wants to delete all those? All right. So let's go through here. Let's discuss why it's unlikely that Pokemon in your name is the issue. Let me know, what would the Pokemon company's motivation be for having every account deleted that has something Pokemon related in it? Why would it only be Instagram? Why wouldn't they be taking out Twitter accounts, X accounts, Discord accounts, everything else? Believe me, the Pokemon company will reach out if they want you to stop using their IP. And usually it has to be something where you're making a lot of money off of it. If you're directly selling something Pokemon related, something that's counterfeit Pokemon related. And if you're printing your own Pokemon cards and selling them and you're big enough, they're probably going to tell you to cut it out. Same goes with Nintendo. If you start making Nintendo themed jackets like a certain scammer we covered on the channel recently, they're going to tell you to shut it down. They're going to tell you to change it. They're going to say, hey, this is too close. You're too close. You're too close to the flame here. You're making something that is very Pokemon related, that has not been changed enough to make it your own property. And they're going to talk to you about it. They're going to reach out. They will find a way to reach out to you. Don't worry. So again, we gotta keep saying this. This isn't just happening to Pokemon accounts with, Pokemon in their name. It's an ongoing issue, and there are even celebrities who had to start fresh on accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers. It doesn't matter how big you are. When I was trying to get my account back, it's just like no one has a contact. The contacts don't exist. We're in this like automated garbage system. Where no one can get anything solved, apparently. So now that people are looking for it, they're going to draw a false connection with any Pokemon-related account who gets banned. And that's it. We're not going to look outside of that. We're not going to look for people that were banned that don't have that in their name, that don't have anything Pokemon-related, that have something that's barely Pokemon-related. I would like to know, can someone please tell me why? Or even how Pokemon would be able to ban an account for just having the word poke in it. They don't own poke. No accent, just the word poke. It doesn't make any sense. We could just like take a step back. Don't be afraid for just a few seconds here and look at it. It doesn't make any sense. If the Pokemon company was going to wipe all Instagram accounts with the word Pokemon in it, which they almost certainly aren't, as we've covered on the video here, why wouldn't it all happen at the same time? You don't think they have the automation or the power to pull and remove all of those accounts all at once? Boom, done. Why would they do it just every now and then? A Pokemon account disappears. You can type it in the search bar. You can type in Pokegirl, and there's like just a list. So surely, from the back end of things, you think they don't have an even easier way to do that? Even the search bar can do that. All right, let's go through. And even the E4 thread, I had a little bit more faith in these guys, but I mean, like, we a lot of the evidence that's been compiled and this stuff here is like people spreading the word. The people spreading the word more so than them actually being banned. Yes, there are people that got banned, and hopefully they can get their accounts back. Hopefully this, I mean, it's been an issue. They seemingly haven't wanted to fix it. So here we got PFM with the memes. We got the Animorphs, basically just people changing their names until it's less and less Pokemon related. Not to mention the fact, like, why do you think Pokemon doesn't want people spreading the word of Pokemon? Maybe they don't want people on dating shows saying anything about it, but you think they don't want people to have like their favorite Pokemon as their avatar, their favorite stuff? Like it only helps them. If you're not making any money off of it, they don't care. So here, like, we get into the conclusion that legally speaking, Pokemon is trademarked. It was only a matter of time. So now we're just like gradually, even as we scroll down the thread here, other than the classic memes, we got Instamorphs username. So here we got Pokemon Argentina TCG, Poke Argentina turning into Pokemon Argentina TCG. So maybe this is, is this supposed to be, get ready, there's a brand new username. So this is people stealing the usernames, I guess. Very classic. You can always count on PFM for a good chuckle. So like here, it's just like, just notice you changed yours actually and came here to check. LOL, glad you got it changed before the mighty banhammer. Again, I don't think there's a banhammer. I don't think it's anyone's fault here. Again, it's just like, it's a terrifying thing. So people are being irrational about it. Yet another reason to justifiably hate on Meta. Yeah, 100%. Here we have me finally understanding that the Xyleets equals Steelix. Xyleets has always been on E4 for a long time, and I also did not realize that Xyleets was Steelix backwards. So that's the thing too. It's just like, are you safe? What if your name is Bulbasucker 69? I mean, maybe without the 69. Bulbasucker, LOL is your username. So you have Bulba in it. So is that bannable as well? If you have Bulbasaur in it, if you have Cheeky Bulbasaur as your username, are you safe? Probably not. So, I mean, you can look into like terms and service and stuff like that and try to cherry pick and piece something together. You end up with the string in the background on the cork board with trying to figure out how they're actually putting this together. Again, it's just a lot of assumptions from something that like just began as a hey, you broke the rules and now appeal whatever you did. We've disabled your account, Pokemon_Matt. Hi, Pokemon Matt. We reviewed your account and found that it still doesn't follow our community guidelines. As a result, your account has been permanently disabled. So again, you're dealing with an automated system. It doesn't tell you what you did wrong. It doesn't. Now, it seems like a few of these people, or a couple of these people at least, are unable to even send more appeals, which is maybe a new thing. Instead of like letting people send mass appeals or just letting them talk to somebody for 10 minutes and explain what the hell's going on, they just go straight through to letting you appeal once. So we get a little wiki how to appealing a disabled account. So if you open the Instagram appeal from your web browser, if you go to login, it should give you basically a contact form, and you can just copy paste that contact form. I think it's the same for everyone, but when it gives you the contact form, you're going to want to copy this bad boy because you're going to be filling it out a lot. I filled this thing out for 3 months. At first I was doing it every day. After a while, I had pretty much given up hope, so I did it maybe once a week. And eventually my account was just back. There was no reasoning why it was back. There was no like, hey, sorry you were banned for 3 months. It was just back. I don't understand why. Someone eventually just read it and saw like, hey, this guy didn't do anything wrong. and he was banned for 3 months. I didn't even bother making a separate Instagram account. In hindsight, I should have. So my advice for anyone that does get the boot for this, no, it wasn't because you have Pokemon in your name. Make another account, build it up, and then at least you have a backup account at this point. It's sad that you need a backup account when you're following the rules, but that's what it comes down to. So anyway, you'll get this form. You go to log in. It says, hey, you're suspended. You take this bad boy. You can do it on your desktop. So you just like send it to yourself somewhere, save it, and then you can go in on your browser. You put in your full name, Instagram username, your email, mobile number. I think it said something on mine that I was impersonating someone, or basically pretending to be someone else. So I don't know if that was like the thing that someone flagged me for, and all of a sudden, or maybe the automation decided like, hey, this Rattle guy is definitely not Rattle. We better disable his account. So here within this section, I just provided, it was like, hey, this has always been me. This is my name. This is my username. This is me on all my other social media, that kind of thing. So I guess it depends. Maybe it's good to put that stuff in there, have it on a clipboard, or have it on in a Word document, or a notepad or something saved on your computer, so that you can just go in and easily fill this out. Just keep filling it out if you do want your account back. And then I guess you have a second account if you do get it back. Now, the issue that I'm seeing recently is a couple of the people that I talked to are having issues where it's not letting them appeal more than once. So I don't know if there's a certain cooldown on it now, or if it just isn't going to let you. Basically, it throws an error when they put their Instagram username in, which is, oh my God, please, for the love of God, just fix your platform. This should be bare necessity of if you're banned, tell the person why they're banned, tell them what they need to do, not just vague crap and then let them appeal once, and it's probably an automated check on the appeal, or one person just barely glances at it and clicks decline over and over again and gets paid for it. I don't know what's going on. It's impossible to tell. I don't know how exactly or why exactly I got it back, other than the fact that I just kept sending tickets over and over again. If they prevented your ability to do that, hopefully there's another solution for it. If there is, if anything like that comes up, I will definitely let you guys know. But here's the form itself, the Instagram form, and I can put a link to that down below. Again, I don't know if this number that's in the URL is specific to your account or anything like that, but it's probably best to check it. Just go into your Instagram, go to log into your Instagram, and it will give you that link. Copy and paste that link from there. It might be the same as the one that I'm going to have in the description, but if it isn't, then use the one that was given to you, maybe, or try both. I don't know. This is a terrible platform, terrible system. It just awful. The amount of stupid crap that these platforms do and are working on, and cloning Twitter for threads that everyone was hyped about, and now no one uses it anymore. When in reality, they just need to make the platform better for the user. Why, and how is it now you have fear on the platform? I mean, they always kind of did, and now it's into Pokemon instead of just into everywhere, or kind of spread out everywhere where you don't necessarily see it. Now where it's being kind of reposted in the Pokemon world, we're seeing issues with that. It seems like it's getting worse if you don't have the ability to appeal. But again, just keep at it. If I get any news or any other information on other ways to do the appeal or to solve the issue, I will let you know. But just know it's going to be a pain. It could be a very long period of time. It could be months. I don't know. It could be never. But I don't know. This is the reason why I almost don't have an Instagram, let alone two of them. Both of which have Pokemon in the name. But yeah, just know it can happen at any time. It can happen to anyone. It doesn't matter what's in your name. If the system hates you, the system hates you. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully this was worth it. I know a lot of people wanted to hear about it, what my thoughts were on it. let me know down in the comments. I'll keep an eye on this. If you have any more incidences like this, join the Discord. Let me know about it. Send me a message. If you have other cases where your account was banned without Pokemon in the name, that kind of thing, would love to see those as well. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense that you can have Pikachu in your name, you can have Charizard in your name, but you can't have Poke. None of it adds up. And it is scary because it's completely out of your control. It's a terrible system. The end. All right, see ya. Take care of each other out there. Love you guys. Follow these people that had to make new accounts. It's much appreciated. Track them down. Whether or not I don't know if Pokegirl Rach has a new account, but anyone that has a new account that had their account taken away, do your best to give them a follow. Try and catch them back up to where they were, and hopefully they get their accounts back eventually.